everybody, and welcome back in to the Bet on Me podcast. It is Tuesday, June 14th, 2022. I'm your host, Daniel Perkins, and this podcast is underway. Guys, the other night we didn't do too well on bets. I'm going to go ahead and say it. We had a parlay for the NBA Finals Game 5, I believe it was, where, the Warriors won, but we had Steph going over 30.5 points. Steph had 16. We had Steph going for 4 made threes. Steph, as the first game in like 226 games that Steph has not hit a three-point shot. Jason Tatum hit a couple threes. He hit, I don't know how many. I know he hit 2 because, I got the green check on there. But as far as the over 209.5, not even close. Boston Celtics +4. Yeah. Can we say 94-104 10-point spread there? Yeah, that's not going to cut it. But we're going to try again tonight. Oh, also, the Washington Nationals 5-9 over here couldn't keep it within 1. We hit the over though of 9.5, and we got St. Louis Cardinals to win the game by a couple of balls there, 5-7 there at the end. And Pittsburgh Pirates and St. Louis Cardinals are actually playing right now, and we got that bet out pretty early today. If you follow us on the socials, then you would have seen that. Hopefully, if you follow us on Instagram and Twitter, very active on Twitter. Descriptions down in our the link is down in the description. Can't talk half the time. Anyway, we got the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line right now, and we've got the under of 10.5. So that was plus 137. The reason we parlayed it up that like a two-piece, parlayed it like that as a two-piece is because the St. Louis Cardinals was like -6, like I think it was like 162 when I went to take it. So I thought, I'll just throw a little something extra on there. I didn't know about taking the 9. I thought about it. I mean, currently it's under 5.5, 6th inning. 3-0. Cardinals, it looks like they're going to win the game. You never know, though. The game is not over. Anything can happen. But it looks like that parlay could very well hit for us. So hopefully you guys are following along on the social medias, because these early games in baseball, we're going to be putting out some more parlays and putting some bets in on these games. We've got a whole bunch of bets that we've got to talk about tonight. I'm going to give you guys right in just a minute. But first, I want to talk about Cap Protect, guys. This great new service that I've been using. It's a website. You can log in, you can register, you can become a part of the Cap census, which is, you click on it and it's like it gives you everybody that uses the site and logged in what they think it is. You can go through and see everybody's picks for the night if you want to. It's great. Also, they have the betting trends, which tells you like the last 10 games, wins, losses, the totals in the game, the over-unders, how many runs for, how many runs against, things like that when it comes to baseball. Basketball, same thing, how many, the over, the under, wins and losses. It's a great service. It's absolutely free. You don't even have to log in. You don't even have to register. You just go down in the description, click on the link, and it takes you right to the site, and everything's right there. Now, this right here is the game changer that I got to tell you guys about. It's the game simulator, okay? They have the game simulator, and I've been using this, and you can go back and track the simulations to see if they're correct or not. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, about 9 times out of 10, they're pretty spot on with getting the correct score of the winning team. So that's my favorite thing. Also, it gives you what the game simulator does is gives you the total, which is the over under, who's going to win on the money line, and a pretty good idea of who's going to win on the point spread. So factor that in with everything else you're looking at out there, and you're bound to increase your win percentage, guys. And remember, that's Cap Protect, all right? Website I've been using. They don't pay me to say this. This is not an ad. It's not sponsored. This is just a great website that I've been using, and it's increased my win percentage. And I just want my listeners to be aware of it, guys. So make sure you check out the link in the description and go check this out. Just utilize it. I mean, we're already using hundreds of other things out there. Why not go check this one out, guys? All right, so let's get back into this. And of course, as always, all these bets today were consulted over the Cappertech website and the simulation and all that. Now, I want to say that it's not completely dependent. I don't make all my decisions like I'm not a robot. I don't just look at things and go completely off that. So I also look at other things and trends and where money is. And I'm a big uh, gambler on where the money is on games. I really think that that's a huge deciding factor in a lot of things. And I don't know why. I don't think it's anything fishy. I just think money matters, and I think where it is matters. I think it matters a lot. I think it matters more than people think. I think players might pay attention to that more than you think. Say your team's minus 1,000 to win, depending on what's going on that night, you never know what could happen, right? Anyway, let's get back into this, guys. I've got some other picks tonight. We're going to go ahead and talk about some baseball, and then we'll talk about that hockey game that's going on. So we've got the Baltimore Orioles. I'm going to take the Baltimore Orioles plus 1.5 on the run line against the Toronto Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays win. I think the game goes under 10.5. That's an alternate. Let's see. I can look right here and see they are under 9, but I took it under 10.5 just to be safe because I feel like the Blue Jays like to score a lot. And I think Baltimore is going to keep up with them today for some reason. I don't know. It's just a hunch I got. So we're going with Baltimore plus 1.5 and the under 10.5. And then we've got the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. I'm going to take the over of 7.5 runs. I feel like, the Tigers might get a couple, but I feel like Chicago is going to get quite a few on the Tigers. The Tigers pretty bad this year. What can you say about them? They're not very good, and I think it's going to be a high scoring game because of that. Because Chicago is just going to have a field day. Not even knocking them out of the park necessarily. They're going to have like in-house runs. I'm telling you, in-park runs or whatever it is you call it. I just know that one would be a fun one to watch. I think that's going to be a high scoring game. Also, outside of the MLB, the other action we got going on for tomorrow. What is it? Tomorrow? Yeah, it's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow it is Tampa Bay Lightning and the Colorado Avalanche. Now that right there, the total is 6. The money line is setting pretty even at plus 132, minus 160. The point spread, 1.5, or I'm sorry, the puck spread is 1.5. That's at plus 162 for Colorado at minus 1.5 and plus 1.5 for 196 on the puck spread there. So that's where your money is on that one. So I don't know about that one. I don't know. You would think Tampa Bay would be able to keep up, but I'm pretty sure Colorado's probably going to get the win at home. And, that's maybe who I'd go with. I'd definitely take the under. You can get an alternate total at 6.5 right now. And I've already jumped all over that one. And hopefully that one hits because I've got that tied up in a parlay that I might share if it makes it to that point. I'll share the parlay. And usually the parlay is just stuff that I give out on the podcast anyway. But yeah, make sure you're parlaying stuff. Make sure you're taking all these bets that I give out individually. Even if you see a parlay posted on one of my social media pages, take bets individually. See something you like, take it. Don't take the whole thing. I mean, don't be like me. I parlay way too much stuff, but I don't always parlay them. I take bets separately too. That way I win some money. But yeah, it'll kill you if you run a whole parlay like a 5 or 6 leg and you lose by 1 leg and you're just like, oh man, I should have took a couple of these by themselves. Always do that. Throw a few dollars on it just to get you a little something back. And hopefully, if you're gambling, you're throwing more than a few dollars on there. Because if you're throwing a few dollars gambling, that could be a problem. You could have a problem. But we don't want nobody to have a problem. We want people to gamble and their little hearts content out until. I think there's somebody out doing some yard work right now, and it sounds like they're just tearing up the house. Anyway, I want people to gamble as much as they can, as much as they want, and it's great because it's going live in new states. and just make sure that you're doing it responsibly is all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to say. Gamble as much as you want, but just make sure you're gambling responsibly. Don't take your last $2 and gamble it. All right. Unless it's on your account, If it's on your account, that's fine. But don't take your kids' milk money. That's not good. I don't even know how we got to this place, guys. Look, all right, I'm getting off here. Got the bets going. It's going to be great. We're going to watch the rest of this baseball game, which looks like we're going to win. So I'm going to go brag about that on social media a little bit. And don't forget to join in tomorrow, guys. We'll be here. I guess the podcast is going to drop around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the evening before the games start. I used to do them earlier. I know these are late starts, guys, but I really think that it's better to make bets closer to game time as opposed to waiting too early in the day. That way you can see where the money is and what's going on. So yeah, but be on the lookout for early bets. And guys, thanks so much for joining in the podcast. I really appreciate everybody out there that downloads, listens. If you're listening to it, if you made it this far through the podcast, I really do appreciate it. I keep doing it because I see those numbers of viewers on there, and I'm like, you know what, people are watching. Let's keep going. You know what I mean? So thank you so much for the people who do follow along. I really hope you tell these bets and make some money tonight. I really hope I do too. So let's try to take all this money from FanDuel, DraftKings, whatever the hell it is you're using, and let's have a great night and go get those bets in, guys.